welcome back to my channel. My name's Sélah. I'm a Michigan blogger and YouTuber. For those of you guys that don't know, I recently got engaged and I've been doing a lot of different wedding planning content here on my channel. So if you guys are interested in that, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you never miss a notification. Today I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions. I asked you on Instagram what you guys wanted to know kind of about the wedding planning process and about my wedding particularly, or if you have any just questions that I can help you if you're recently engaged or planning a wedding. I picked out around 15 different questions that I saw the most or that I just felt like were the most helpful, so I'm going to answer those. I do have them on my phone right now from the Instagram post that I put on my stories 12 or so hours ago, so I'm going to be answering those, and I'm going to be keeping them anonymous just because I don't feel like it's necessary to say the people's name that ask me questions, and just in case you want to be anonymous, then that's what we're going to keep it as. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I have a lot of good questions to answer for you guys. So the first question that I saw a lot was, what is the theme or style that you're going for? I'm going for boho glam, so I want to do pampas, not too boho, but mostly glam with a touch of boho, if that makes sense. I will insert a picture for you guys just so you guys can kind of get an idea of kind of what I'm doing right here. So how many guests are you having and where are you getting married? So I'm not going to say the exact venue that I'm getting married at just because I want to keep that private for right now, but we are getting married in downtown Detroit, I will say that. And guest wise, I still don't really know. We're still trying to figure that out. Right now we're in the process of putting together our guest list and stuff, but we're trying to keep it at a normal amount, nothing too crazy, just because the way our venue is set up, it just doesn't really work for that. So we're trying to keep it in a decent amount of people range. What is the most stressful thing about wedding planning so far? I would say the most stressful thing is basically when you get engaged, especially right now because 2020 happened and a lot of people got pushed back in their wedding plans. I would say right now, don't expect to get the exact venue and vendors and date that you, or even season that you specifically want. You have to kind of be open-minded, and you're not going to get exactly what you want just because everything is so booked right now. So that's very stressful to kind of line up everything and make sure that if you get the venue that you want, that the photographer that you also want is available that day, and just kind of timing, I guess, is very stressful. And also, of course, how much weddings actually cost. I think it's just so crazy, certain things that, and the amount of money that they cost just because it's for a wedding. Specifically, if you think about a cake, a birthday cake is not as much as a wedding cake. I feel like they know just because it's for a wedding, they hike up the prices, and I feel like that's unfair. Which I understand it at the same time, but I just think it's stupid. I think it's crazy how much weddings cost, and that is very, very stressful. Is your fiance helping you? Mine did not, and I did it all on my own. Yes, I've gotten very lucky. Ryan is very hands-on, and he's been helping me, and we've been making decisions together. There are certain things that I have more of a say over, and then there's stuff that he's taking care of, so we kind of split it up, but for the most part we're on the same page and getting each other's opinions with everything. So yes, he's helping me, which I'm very, very grateful for. Any advice for people I'm newly engaged? My advice would just be, first of all, like I said, to keep an open mind with a lot of things. Like I said, times are crazy right now, and so many brides are being pushed back. So the year of 2022 and 2023, even 2024 are super booked. So just keep an open mind and try not to get your heart set on too much, because not everything is going to go perfect. That's just how it goes. There's always going to be something that goes wrong, and you just have to try and have an open mind about it and have the best time that you can have. Enjoy this process. I also would say the number one thing, so many people have a lot of opinions, and I never really realized that this was gonna happen until I got engaged. Family members and friends and everyone have so many opinions, and that's fine, and it's great to ask for advice if you need it and get opinions on things. But at the end of the day, this is your wedding, and don't let people's opinions and even side comments make you sway in another direction that you don't want to go into. This is your wedding. They will have their own wedding. Just make sure you stay true to how you want your wedding and know that this is about you. It's not their wedding, basically. Everyone has so many opinions, and some are great, but some you just need to blow off a little bit because it'll just stress you out a lot more. Also, another thing that I would say for advice is definitely get your big vendors, like things like your venue and flowers and photographer and videographer and like any vendors that you've had your heart set on, you know that you want specifically, get those out of the way first, and then everything will kind of fall into place. Definitely do your venue first. That way you can like get the vibe that you're going for, and like everything else will fall into place after that. What are you most excited about during the process of wedding planning? Definitely looking for a dress. I feel like that's the fun part. I'm excited now because I got my big stuff out of the way. I mean, that is a big thing, but I got like the venue, flowers, photographer, videographer, DJ, all that out of the way. So now I can finally like step back for a second and start looking for a dress, which I'm so excited about. I've been looking forward to that day for like my entire life. So I'm so excited to start looking for my dress. What do you do to relieve stress during the process of wedding planning? So basically the mindset that I have, which I don't know if it's a great mindset, but it's helped me, is to not stress too much about like money wise and stuff, because like us, we already went into this knowing that we were going to have a bigger like traditional wedding. So in my head, I know what am I gonna do if flowers cost a lot of money? I'm not gonna not have flowers. I know that I want a good photographer. I know the venue that I wanted, like things like that. I know everything will fall into place, and the kind of the mindset that I've been having to not stress too much is to just know, like I said, that not everything is gonna go perfect, and to just enjoy this time. So like every time I get stressed about something, I just remember like how happy this time is and like how exciting it is and how long I've wanted this, and that kind of relieves my stress. Also like just self-care. If I get too stressed, I'll like open up a book, read a book that takes my mind off things. Just do something that makes you happy, that can like relieve stress. Also talking about it with your fiance, that helps us. We kind of like get on the same page and talk about like what we're stressed about, stuff like that, and it kind of like relieves the stress. Ring details. I don't know that much about my ring. I didn't really ask. I've mentioned this before in my like wedding series part 1 video where I like talk about getting engaged and stuff. I do know it's 6-prong round. I don't know the carats or anything like that. Again, I don't want to know. I don't know much about diamonds to begin with. I did get my ring from Mazzoni Jewelers in Farmington Hills, Michigan. If you guys are in the area, he's amazing. He helped so much. Basically, all I told my fiance was that I wanted, it has hair in it right now, is that I wanted a round ring, and he did the rest. So I don't know like the special details or anything about that, but I do know it's an elevated 6-prong round diamond. So, and I love it. I couldn't be happier with it. Are there any wedding trends you hate? So to each their own. I don't specifically like hate any wedding trends. There's some that I dislike that just like aren't my style. I would say one thing, which if you're doing this, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's your wedding, my wedding, everyone can do their own thing, whatever makes you happy. There's just like one specific thing that I don't really care for is like when the bridesmaids have all different colored dresses. I really like when you do like the same color and different styles. I think that's really pretty, just like personal preference. I don't really care for when it's like all different color bridesmaid dresses. That's just how I feel. But if you're doing that, beautiful. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm gonna do at my wedding that you would not like as well. Bachelorette party ideas. Right now we are thinking either Scottsdale or Cancun. That's like in the works right now. DIY or vendors. 100% vendors. I am not a crafty person. I just don't want to be stressing about putting together things the week of my wedding. That's just me. If you are crafty and you feel like you could make your own decorations and bags for bachelorette parties or flowers or signs or anything like that, I applaud you on that, because like I said, I'm just not like a crafty type of person. But if you can, of course you will save money, and I think that's awesome. What is your favorite wedding cake flavor? So this is actually something funny. I mean, I don't specifically have a wedding cake flavor that I love. I would definitely say nothing like raspberry or like with a filling. But if there's anything that I truly don't really care about for my wedding, or like think it's a huge deal to like go all out is the wedding cake. That's just not something I'm stressed about. So I don't even know if we're gonna do like a wedding cake tasting. I mean, that would be fun, but I might just end up getting like a cake from like a local bakery, like nothing too crazy, or like a market by my house or something like that. Again, I'm not too worried about the cake. I feel like not a lot of people eat the cake, and it's mostly just for pictures, so I'm just gonna get like a smaller cake for pictures. We do have a dessert table, so I feel like that would be good enough. But I will say I'm definitely more of a chocolate person over vanilla, if that counts for anything. What are the colors that you're doing for your wedding? So I'm mostly doing like blush, pink, gold, and white. Lots of pinks. I love pink. I love all pinks. I don't discriminate against any color pink. I love them all. So definitely blush and white and gold. Definitely those. I just love those colors together, and I think it's beautiful. Fall, summer. A lot of people were telling me I can't do pink in the fall and that I should do like darker cranberries and stuff like that. That's just not my style, and I don't think there's a rule that you have to have a certain color. If you want to have bright pink in December, it's your wedding, do what you want. And lastly, when are you getting married? We are not getting married until September 29th of next year, so 2023. I felt like that gave me the perfect amount of time to plan everything, especially with everything so booked. And I didn't want to stress too much about like, that just gives you more time for money-wise and to like enjoy everything, and I just felt like that worked out best. I did get engaged on Valentine's Day of this year, but like I said, you don't get to really pick the exact month that you want to get married, and there's just not, everything was already booked, so that just worked for us. So I hope these questions were interesting to you guys, and I hope they helped you out a little bit if you guys are getting engaged as well. Please give it a thumbs up if it did, and if you enjoyed this video and it helped you, let me know down below in the comments. I would love to talk to you guys. I try to respond to absolutely everyone. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.